Hey everybody, happy Monday. I'm sitting out on my back deck here just enjoying this amazing spring weather that God has been giving us, and also enjoying our study through the Minor Prophets. So if you've been following along, today we're in Haggai chapter 2, and God's people had come back to Jerusalem from exile in Babylon. They had started rebuilding the city, but they were neglecting work on God's house. And Haggai rebukes them, and they start the work on God's house, but then it stalls and they're discouraged because the new temple is just not as nice and fancy as the old one, and they're discouraged. And so in chapter 2, Haggai reminds them, or really God reminds his people through Haggai that he's with them, and he reminds them of his future promise that the glory to come is far greater than the glory in the past. And ultimately, it points us forward to a time when God will live not in a temple building, but in a temple of his people, that we are his temple and that we have his spirit, and we have hope for a future glory that will be far, far greater than it ever was in a temple building. And so that brings me to one of our questions for today, which is this: how does the reality of Christ in us give us hope to follow the mission that God has given us? And these are certainly strange times, as we've all been saying. They're scary times too. Being told to stay in our homes and not being able to go and have the freedom to do what we normally would do is very challenging. And to have that for weeks, maybe months at a time, is very scary. It makes me worry about my own future, and I'm realizing that I'm spending a lot of my time thinking about myself and my own well-being and how this is affecting me and impacting me. But I think when I reflect on having the Spirit of Christ, that my future is secure because I have Jesus. That I don't really have to worry, no matter the outcome of this pandemic, I don't have to worry about my future. That motivates me to think about loving others and spending time thinking about what others need. And so one of the things I've been doing is writing notes to some of the leaders in my community here in Bellevue. And just thanking them for being a part of the community and encouraging them as they have tough decisions to make, and asking how I can pray for them. And so how is this impacting you? How is having the Spirit of Christ in you, how does that give you hope to think about how to love people, places, and things to life, and maybe in unique and creative ways during this strange time? So we'd love to hear from you. That's what I got for us today. Love you all. Bye.